Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome back to another edition of Juicing with Jay. Today, guys, is a very special video. I am concluding my March 31-day raw vegan challenge. Man, it has been a journey. I don't even want to come on here sounding scripted or anything like that, but I have to come and give you guys my five tips on how to conclude this challenge if you decide that you want to do it. First of all, I want to give a shout out to Jennifer for inviting me on this journey with her. And believe me, it was a journey. Believe me, it was a journey. At first, I was a little bit apprehensive on if I was going to do it or not. And, you know, after a couple of messages back and forth, I was just like, you know what? I'm going to do it. I had started a fast in January, and it was an epic fail. I posted the video on YouTube. I hope you guys can check that video out. So I decided, okay, I'm always giving challenges to people. You know, I had the 14-day raw juice challenge, the 14-day raw vegan, 80% raw vegan, 20% cooked vegan food. I've had my 3-day juice challenge. I'm always out there giving out challenges, and this time someone challenged me. So I accepted the challenge, and I did not think that it was going to be as hard as it was. The first 5 days wasn't bad at all. It was cool, and then I saw that she had posted something on her Instagram, which was a container of peanuts, peanut butter, natural peanut butter. And I was like, whoa, I can eat peanut butter. Because we had discussed a couple of what we can't eat, what we can't eat. We had discussed garbanzo beans, if we could eat it or if we couldn't eat it, and we decided that we couldn't eat it. So I was like, okay, peanut butter. Before this, I ate like nuts and stuff like that, but I wasn't like a big peanut butter person like that. I was like peanut butter and jelly. You know, that would be like the main time that I would eat a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, which was rare. So when I saw the peanut butter, I was like, okay, I could mess with some peanut butter. I'm gonna eat some peanut butter. Well, your boy went peanut butter crazy. And that led to me having a 3-day stagnation on my weight loss. So let me backtrack a little bit. When I first started this journey, I was 216 pounds. Whoa. 216 pounds. And so I was watching the pounds melt, and then one day it just stopped. 3 days I stayed at 209. 3 days I stayed at 209, and I was like, whoa, like what's happening? And what I didn't know is what I know now, which is leading me into tip number 1. Avocados and nuts are not your friend if you're trying to lose weight on a raw vegan diet. So I hit the internet and I was like, okay, stagnation on weight loss, being a raw vegan. And the first thing that came up was nuts and avocados. It's good fat, but it's still fat nonetheless. So that's tip number 1. If you're trying to do this, stay away or minimize the amount of avocados you eat and the amount of nuts that you intake. So as we continue, as I realized that, I got back on it and I started losing weight again. I tried my hardest to just do this without exercising and just to see how much I would be able to shed, but I did exercise. I have the iWatch, and that's what I was using to track my movements every day. So I was walking, I was cycling. I started to lift weights, but then I decided I wasn't going to lift weights, so I pretty much stayed to the cardio. But one of the most difficult things of this challenge was not having anything warm. During the period of March, it was raining a lot. It rained like, I want to say like 5-6 days. And those are the days like I really want to have like a warm soup, and I want to relax and chill with something nice warm to eat. And that was a very difficult period because I could not have anything warm to eat. And it was a definite struggle. And that leads me into tip number 2, which is having someone that is going to be strong with you, having a good support system. So tip number 2 would be having a great support system. I don't know if it's because misery loves company, or words of encouragement are really strong. So throughout the whole process, every day, me and Jen, we hopped on the messenger and, all right, how are you doing? Are you staying strong? And I'm like, yeah, I'm staying strong. I'm feeling good, which I was feeling good. I felt good because every day I promised myself that I wasn't going to be a scale freak. But I turned out to be a scale freak because every day was an accomplishment. Every day that I saw a pound down was an accomplishment for me. So I hopped on the scale every day, and I would see, that my weight was going down, and I felt pretty good about that. So that was kind of like my little reward at the end of every day going into every morning. So having to have conversations every morning. Okay, how are you doing? Are you staying strong? Are you staying strong? What are you eating today? What are your plans? And that really helped in the journey a lot. Like I said, tip number 2 is having a very strong support system. Tip number 3. Before the journey started, I kind of just was like, I just jumped on it. And it was like, okay, it kind of reminded me of the first day that I decided that I wanted to be a vegan. I just was like cold turkey. I completely stopped everything, and it was just like mad insanity. But I made it through that 2 years of being a vegan. And so this challenge was kind of something like that. It was just like, okay, are you down with the challenge? I'll try my best. Then the next day I'm like, all right, I'm with the challenge. Which caused a lot of confusion in the household because we're used to eating, some bomb vegan Chinese food, which I had already said in previous videos and things of that nature. So the one thing I didn't do was remove all the temptations from the house. So tip number 3, remove all temptations from around you. It'll help your transition to go a lot smoother if you don't have your favorite snacks laying around the place. Your favorite chips, your favorite this, your favorite that, your favorites of everything. So in order to move through it a little bit better, do yourself a favor and just remove all the temptations from your surroundings. Which leads me to tip number 4. This too shall pass. This is just a 31-day challenge, 1 month. If you can do this, you can do anything. This too shall pass. And that's what I had to keep on reminding myself, that this will pass. This will pass. Okay, I'm getting through it. I am feeling good. Yes, I miss eating warm food, but I know the day will come. The countdown to 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and I could go back to eating something warm will happen. So guys, keep in mind, if you want to do the 30-day raw vegan challenge, really you're getting nothing but benefits from it. Yeah, you might miss this, yeah, you might miss that, but think about the long-term goal, which is overall health, and you will see side effects and you will feel side effects that are beyond this world. Just 30 days alone is sometimes I think that it's not enough. Whatever we do to our body, it takes it's a process. It takes a while for us to get there. So to realistically think that 30 days is going to be enough for us to reverse everything that we have done to our body is
madness. But 30 days is a good kickstart. So this too shall pass, and think about the benefits that you're having upon your body as we go through this 30-day challenge. Which leads me to tip number 5. And this is, I believe, the best tip of them all.
One day at a time. One day at a time. I could throw a whole bunch of different tips in, like make sure you plan your meals, make sure you do this, make sure you do that. But guys, one day at a time. One day at a time. One day, that's all you can do. One day at a time. Yes, it's good to plan your meals. Yes, it's good to, know what you're gonna eat in advance. But sometimes, on a challenge like this, you might not even have an appetite to eat what it is that you want to eat on that particular day. It happened to me. I got to the point where I just looked at a salad like, I'm not eating that today. I'm just like, I'm not doing that. I was like, one weekend I just laid in my bed, because usually on the weekend it's a Netflix and chill. We eating snacks, we doing this and we chilling. And one day I was just like, I'm not doing anything. I just don't feel it right now. I can't do what I want to do. I can't eat what I want to eat. I can't even have a warm bowl of bean soup if I want. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like, whatever. But what you have to understand is that you have to take it one day at a time. You can't do nothing more than that. Planning your meals are great. That's a great thing. And when I first started out, I was planning meals. When me and Jen talk, we talk about what we have planned for this, that, and the other. And I'm like, cool. She sent me a lot of great recipes. And like I told Jen, I'm a visual eater. So if I look at it and I'm not messing with it. So I tried my best to muster up the energy to try to do some of these things, but it wasn't kicking for me. So majority of the meals that I ate were a lot of salads, a lot of fruits. It's a raw vegan challenge. So I ate a lot of salads, I ate a lot of fruits. And that was good enough for me. Another thing that I did, which I should have as a bonus tip, is stay active. Stay busy, stay active. The more active you are, for me, the more active I felt, the more active I was, it built up my appetite to want to eat. The more I laid around the house, or I laid in my bed, or I just wasn't feeling it, the more I wanted to eat things that I was used to eating, like warm foods. The busier I was, it was easier for me not to even think about, what am I going to eat, this, that, and the other. I knew that I had meals prepared, or I knew that I could go in there and get something to eat, but the busier I was, the easier it was for me to maneuver through the day. All right, guys. So today is the 28th day. By the time that I'm gonna drop this video on April 1st. So I'm shooting the video now so that I could have enough time to edit. I actually brought out the big cameras, the big guns this time around, because I really wanted to make this video like really perfect for you guys. As perfect as I can with my level of shooting videos. So when I first started the journey, I was 216 pounds. Today, as we speak, I am an even 200 pounds. I lost 16 pounds in a matter of 28 days. 16 solid pounds. And I'm giving myself a pat on the back for going through it. I want to give a shout out. Well, I'm not even going to give shout outs right now. So that's 28 days and I'm 16 pounds, solid pounds down. My goal was to get under 200 pounds. So by the time this video releases, I will be under 200 pounds. And then I will do another video to show you guys that. So guys, now it comes to a very this is the funny part of the video, right? This is supposed to be a raw vegan challenge, and I was supposed to be as raw as I possibly could, but I have a confession to make.
I ate 3 bags of Palms roasted pistachios. One is the Thai chili, and one is I believe it's Thai chili, and the other one was barbecue. So, which leads me to another bonus tip: do not kill yourself over things like that. If you can't find a raw nut, man, it's just, to me, it's just a nut. But I had 3 bags, so I have to confess that right now. 2 bags of barbecue and 1 chili throughout the month, though. That was spread throughout the month. So it goes back into the 5 tips. Have a support system. Because if, I didn't have a good support system, I probably would have gave up on this challenge a long time ago. And it would have been another epic fail video. But I had a strong support system, and I'm so grateful for that. So guys, I literally made it through 31 days of eating nothing but raw foods. Shout out to everybody, but a special shout out to of course Jennifer and her sister and the Robinsons. Special shout out to them because they joined me on the journey. But I want to give a huge shout out to all my subscribers. So thank you guys for following me through my journey. I finally made it to under 200 pounds. If you go back to my first video, when I dropped that first video, I said I am trying to lose my belly, and I am almost there. I dropped 16 pounds in the last 31 days, and I plan on going just a little bit longer, but with just the vegan food. So I want to give a huge shout out to everybody who have been following. If you're not following and you see this video, please go ahead, give it a thumbs up. Please go ahead, subscribe to the channel. Please go ahead, hit that bell notification. All right, guys. So if you plan on doing it, or if you just plan on watching, other people through their journey and building up the strength to do it, I highly encourage it. Not just for the weight loss, but just for overall health. It's our body, it's our temple, and just like everything else, it needs maintenance. Do yourself a huge favor and maintain your body. Do the oil change. Do what you got to do. Change the antifreeze to the body. 30 days is not going to kill you guys, and what don't kill you, you already know, makes you stronger. All right, guys. The motto: each one teach one. Juice with J, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace.